Hello everyone. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create 3D models, then ultimately export them for 3D printing. I did one about a year ago and it became pretty popular. A lot of my friends just wanted one of these. So I created a Christmas ornament from these pretty much Christmas tree cakes, kind of popular I guess. So I found an image online. Hopefully there's no copyright to it. I didn't see, but so the software I'm going to use is AutoCAD. Then once I'm happy with the model, I'll export the model to a .stl file or stereolithographic file. I have a Bambu Lab X1 Carbon 3D printer that I'll be using to print the model. So yeah, so we can get started. So I have the image referenced into AutoCAD, and so I'll pretty much trace the line work that you see here, and you don't have to be exact if you know. So I already have the image traced, and as you can see, it's not truly exact. So basically I just did a closed polygon around the outer edge, and traced the it'll be the red striping, the icing stripings, and I also drew little rounded rectangles for the green sprinkles. So sometimes I tend to work in some isometric view, so I do have these lines on a different elevation. So what I'll do is I'll extrude using the extrude command. Then I'll select the outer closed polygon, and I'm going to do an object viewer just so you can see what this created. Then I'll use the fillet command, and I'll fillet the outer edge, upper edge of the object. And I believe I used a 1/16 of an inch. I'm using fractional inches in this model. Sorry, it didn't work. So use fillet and chain around the upper edge, so it created this nice rounded corner. But for ease of this video, I already have one created. Looks pretty similar. So for the red striping, I ultimately created a closed polygon for the red striping, and it kind of, goes right to the edge of the model. Actually, I'm going to turn off or unload the image for the moment. Then again, I'll use the extrude command on the red striping, and I believe I used 1/16 or maybe a little more. But for ease of the video, again, I do have these modeled, and I also used 1/16 of an inch radius to give it a rounded edge to the top on all sides. Then as for the green sprinkles, they're pretty simple. I extruded the as you can see, I probably scaled them up just a hair bit. We can look at the properties of these, and ended up using 3/128 of an inch extrusion. I must have the units set pretty far out, but and I pretty much just scattered them around, so nothing has to be precise. So I'm going to turn off the lines. I'm just going to do an object viewer, and as you can see, I do not have any rendering materials in this. The color is pretty much coming from the layer colors. Okay, once you're happy with the model, scattering the sprinkles around, or if you want to change a little bit of the radius and here and there. So I'm going to, once you're done, you can use the export command. And we're going to export it as a .stl file under the lithography file. So I already have it set. I'm going to select all the 3D solids in the model. So it found 43 of them. So again, I want to switch over to the Bambu Studio. Again, I have a Bambu Lab X1 Carbon. I am capable of printing, at the moment, capable of printing up to 4 colors. And so once you start a new project within the Bambu Lab, I'm not going to get too detailed into the Bambu Lab Studio because you may have a different 3D printer. So your version of your slicer software will be just a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is open the one I already have prepared. So I'm going to open the project. Tree cake. Alright, so what I want to do, since I have a bunch scattered around, I'm just going to create another board. And I'm just going to drag one over just for this example. So in this particular slicer, since I can print up to 4 different colors, I'm obviously just going to use 3 different colors in this model. And so I basically can paint the colors that I have loaded in the in my AMS of my 3D printer. So I have white, red, and green. So wherever I chose to have those colors, it's where it's going to print that in the 3D model. So I don't, again, you may have a different 3D printer, another Bambu Lab, or whatever else. So I've gone through and painted the green on the sprinkles, the red on the striping, and obviously the white for the overall cake. So once I've done that, I'm pretty happy with it. I can come up here and hit slice the plate, and it's going to give me a preview of how it's going to print. So you can see all the layers within, and there's tons of different settings you can choose for the seams. The little white bits are seams where it kind of jumps to the next level. We can come over here and select, kind of do a preview of each layer, and you can see the layers here. In this view, it'll tell me the build time. It'll give me an estimate on every little aspect, how it's printing throughout the model. The walls, the first couple of layers, the bottom layer, top layer, wall layers. Tells you how much filament it's using, and it'll give you a total time. Or you can break it down by filaments. So then I can send that to the printer once I have the filament loaded, and it will print the 3D model. So I'm gonna stop here, then I'll bring in the video, because the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon has a camera built in, and I had it set to record this build plate, and so yeah, you'll get to see it in action. It does a time-lapse video, so it's not a full video, but you'll get to see it. Great, thank you. All right, as you can see in this video, it goes by pretty quick that the my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon printing the tree cakes. Again, it's a time-lapse video. But yeah, I think total time in printing 7 of them, it was probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours of print time. Once it gets to the top and has to switch the colors out, it kind of gets a little time consuming at that point, because it's only one nozzle and it switches the filament, has to purge the old and purge a little bit of the new, then it kind of goes back and forth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Thanks for watching this quick tutorial. If you'd like to learn more about 3D modeling with AutoCAD, visit my blog polyn3d.blogspot.com, where you'll find links to my Autodesk University classes on 3D modeling with AutoCAD. And my name is Vincent Sheehan, and again, thanks a lot.